Manchester United have just beaten Chelsea 1-0 at Stamford Bridge, and that for them might have sealed the Champions League spots for them next season. They are now 10 points with only 5 games to go, 10 points above Chelsea, and Chelsea are 6th. So there's almost a 100% guarantee that Manchester United will be going to the Champions League next season. Now, I keep saying it, and I know a lot of people do not like listening to what I say about this, but I still do think that Manchester United are getting the right results. Results are always the most important thing in football, but these performances, I have serious questions to ask. They are doing well, don't get it twisted. Getting to the Champions League is exactly what they need this season. But I still keep saying that these performances are not great. And if they go into next season playing the way they're playing now, there might be serious trouble. Chelsea, on the other hand, I do not know what to say about them. Honestly speaking, they were the better team today. But being the better team does not mean that you win a game. They had 21 shots. Manchester United only had 4. Only 4 shots. And they scored 1 goal, 1 shot on target, and that was it. And Chelsea were not able to get back into this game. Chelsea played better, Chelsea dominated, but they were just not able to win. And honestly speaking, when you look at it, in isolation, it was not a terrible performance. But when you start to think about the other results they've had, this is their 6th loss in 7 games. That is just not good enough for the standards of a club like Chelsea. So something needs to be done. They need to start picking points from somewhere. I'm very worried for them because now Champions League is looking almost impossible. Who knows now if they get Europa League or maybe the Conference League next season, because the way they're playing, it is not looking very good. But in general, I think it's an interesting result and a good one for Manchester United, just not good enough for Chelsea. But what do I think about this game in general? Now, before this game, United, really, they I think for them, when you looked at what they had to do, they were coming into this game with only 1 recognized senior centre-back, and they were still able to get a clean sheet in this game. So only Ayden Heaven was available. Lenioro picked up an injury. Martinez is suspended. Maguire suspended. Delete injured. So honestly speaking, when it comes to how they came to this game defensively, I think the fact that they were still able to get a clean sheet is a very, very important thing for them, especially with the fact that Chelsea had over 20 shots in this game. So you have to give them credit for that. Chelsea's form was not good. 5 losses from 6 before this, and now with this loss, that's 6 from 7. So that's not looking very good as well. I do think that, in general, Chelsea dominated from the beginning of the game to the very end. They had chance after chance. They even hit the bar at some point from Enzo Fernandez, who looks good coming back into the team. They were creating chances, but ultimately, it didn't look very good for them. Estêvão picked up an injury very early in the game, and Garnacho came on. Garnacho did not necessarily have his greatest game. He played wellish. No, he didn't play well, if I'm being honest. Like, he was not able to create enough. His shots were not, threatening. It was not just very good from them. So seeing Estêvão go off so early must have been a really, really big blow for Chelsea. And then there was a chance where Ayden Heaven made a tackle, and it looked like it could have been a penalty, but it was just outside the box. But I do think Ayden Heaven, as much as he, was not perfect in this game, I think he did most of the things that he had to do right, although he made some really unnecessary tackles, but he's still really young and he still has time to grow, so he could get better. Despite being wasteful, I think there was a chance where Cunha had a chance to score, and I don't know what he was thinking. His first touch really let him down, and he ended up getting a yellow card because he was trying to get the ball and it was a late tackle. But minutes later, he was able to finally make a better decision, and he scored a fantastic goal. Once again, Bruno Fernandes, guys. As much as everybody keeps saying he may not deserve to be the player of the season, I do think he has a massive shout for this award. I think he does have a massive shout for this award. He now has 18 Premier League assists this season. 18. He has 5 more games to equal the record that's held by Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne. So I think it's looking really good for him. Yes, it came really late. He started to get a lot of assists really late in the season, but I mean, he's still doing it. He's still doing the job, and he's getting closer and closer to that record. So you have to say, fantastic for him. Will he be able to break the record? I don't know. Let's see what happens. He has 5 games to try and break the record or at least equal it. So it's a good one for him. That assist was for Cunha. Cunha with a really smart finish as well. And I don't know, I think that was one of those times where I think Chelsea's defending was not necessarily great because they were just not able to cut it out and they were not able to keep the ball out of the net. So it's a bit unfortunate for them. But in the second half, it was all Chelsea. It was all Chelsea. They hit the bar twice. After hitting the bar early in the first half with one from Enzo Fernandes, they hit the crossbar twice. One from Fofana and the other from Delap. Now, to be fair, Fofana's own, if it went in, they would probably have cancelled it because it came off his hand. But there were some chances, really, really good chances for Chelsea to take the lead or at least get back into the game, not take the lead. And Caicedo had a really good shot, really, really thunderous shot. And I think if that was on target, nobody was going to save that. But it went slightly off target, hit the steward, which was quite unfortunate for him. But the stats are one thing that I can't pretend I did not see in this game. I think it's encouraging for Chelsea when you have more shots, you dominate against a team that's third in the league. I think that is a good show, a good display, but the fact that they were not able to score from any of these shots, 21 shots at the time I stopped looking at their stats. Yeah, 21 shots in this game, 3 on targets, but just not able to get a goal in this game. So they need to be able to find a way to score. Yes, they don't have João Pedro. Liam Delap is not the same level as João Pedro, but you still need to be finding ways to score. United, really, I think when you sit down and think about it, I keep saying it, and I'll say it again. The results are good. If I was a Manchester United fan, I would not complain one bit with the results. However, I say it again and again and again. Michael Carrick is currently auditioning for his place as the permanent manager of Manchester United. These performances are not good enough. The results are good. He's getting the results, and football is based on results. So for the role of interim manager, he has been absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. He's done exactly what he needed to do. He's currently putting them in the Champions League spots, safely in the Champions League spots. And I think even if they decide that they're not going to play well for the rest of the season, everybody else in the league is playing so poorly, I don't think they're ever going to drop from the Champions League positions. So surely Manchester United will be in the Champions League next season, except something catastrophic happens. So in terms of what he was supposed to do, he has done an absolutely fantastic job. He was supposed to get results. But I look at these performances, and if he's the one to guide them into next season, many things must change. I think the team has to start looking to be a bit more positive in terms of how they play football. It just seems like it's the repeat of the same thing. They're sitting back and they're most dangerous on counter-attacks. That is probably not the best way to go around football if you are a big team, in quotes. And I think Manchester United, despite the fact that they've not been really successful over the past few years, they are still one of the biggest teams, if not the biggest team in England. So this is a team that I think they need to get something right, apart from just the results. The results are good. Please listen to me before you crucify me, because so many people are very angry whenever I say that the results are good, but the performances are not. This performance was not good. It simply was not good. Yes, they won the game, and football is about winning. But ultimately, I do think that this is just not great in terms of how they're playing football. If this is how they go into next season, I really, really fear for how they're going to do next season. There's a world in which they will start losing a lot more games. We've seen signs of it. The Fulham game was a sign of it. The Tottenham game before the red card was a sign of it. The West Ham game, it was not perfect. The Everton game, it was not perfect. The Bournemouth game dropping points. Yes, you can talk about the referees, and the Leeds game talking about the referees, but don't get it twisted. Before the red card, Leeds were absolutely dominating against Manchester United. They were 2-0 up. So without the red card or before the red card, Leeds were the better team on the night. Manchester United were being schooled at Old Trafford. Let's try and be honest with our takes when we're talking about Manchester United and how they're playing. Let's not jump to conclusions in general. I think Manchester United can play football, and I think any team or any set of fans who want an elite team should be thinking about how to always improve their team. It's as simple as that. How can this team get better? Is this the way forward? Yes, it's working right now, but is it going to work next season? That is the bigger picture. So yes, I understand the happiness. Manchester United were in the bottom half last season, so finishing third this season is an absolutely fantastic achievement. But things need to get better. For Chelsea, I don't know. 6 losses from 7 is really, really poor form. And I know that it looks like they're not going to sack this manager, but I do think he doesn't really know how to get the best out of this team. And also, it's not just him. The board is not helping as well. Are they getting the right players? Do they have the experience that they need? These guys are literally fighting so hard, but this is the best they can do, in my opinion. They need better players. They need players who are experienced, players who have done it, who can do it, who can show that they are match winners or at least match savers in terms of defending as well. I don't think Chelsea have the greatest team and the greatest squad depth as well. So at the end of the day, I think Chelsea really need to look inside. I don't know how they're going to do it, if they will ever do it. Clearly, you can see that the fans are not happy. There was a protest before the game, the blue co out. Clearly, these guys are not happy with how the club is being run. And if I was a Chelsea fan, I'll be absolutely furious with how this club is being run. So, I mean, everybody has their wins and losses. Unfortunately for Chelsea today, it's another loss. For Manchester United, another win. So good for them. And they take the positives into the next one. So, Champions League is looking almost fully secure for Manchester United. Chelsea need to start getting points from somewhere. 5 games left. Can they even still get to the Champions League? I mean, Liverpool, we keep losing games. I'm not sure about winning against Everton, so maybe there's a chance for Chelsea to still get close to Liverpool. But yeah, we shall see. Let me know what you think about this game. Let me know what you think about United. Let me know what you think about Chelsea. Let me know what you think about the top 5 race, Champions League race. Do you think Chelsea will be in big trouble by tomorrow? Because there's some games that could end up going against them. Let me know what you think in the comments. But thank you so much for watching till this very point. If you are still here, please make sure you like the video. Share it with a friend who you think might enjoy this kind of content. And please subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. And I appreciate if you watching right now could be one of those people who takes us there. Thank you so much for watching to this point, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.